ABML Morning Update. West Asian War emerging to be a war with no winner. Oil climbs as Hormuz closure persists. Global markets. US markets ended higher on Monday with the S&P 500 rising 0.19% and the Nasdaq Composite gaining 0.10% to close at fresh record highs, while the Dow Jones Industrial Average advanced 0.19%. Iran submitted a fresh proposal to US negotiators seeking an end to the months-long conflict, with the offer reportedly focused on halting the war across all fronts and lifting sanctions on Tehran. However, President Donald Trump rejected the response as totally unacceptable and said the month-old ceasefire is now on life support and unbelievably weak. Following these developments, oil prices moved higher, with US West Texas Intermediate crude futures rising 2.78% to settle at $98.07 per barrel, while Brent crude futures gained 2.88% to close at $104.20 per barrel. European stocks ended Monday's session higher as investors digested the latest impasse in peace negotiations between the US and Iran. The Stoxx 600 was up by 0.1%. Domestic market. Indian equity indices ended on a negative note on May 11th. At close, the Sensex was down 1.70% at 76,015 and Nifty was also down 1.49% at 23,816. Among sectors, healthcare was up 0.60%, followed by pharma and FMCG, which were up 0.25% and 0.08% respectively. On the other hand, consumer durables was down 3.73%, followed by Realty and PSU Bank, which were down 3.05% and 2.52% respectively. Tata Consumer, Max Healthcare, Coal India, Sun Pharma, and Hindustan Unilever were among major gainers on the Nifty, while losers included ICICI Bank, TCS, SBI Life Insurance, Adani Ports, and ONGC. Gift Nifty trades lower by 84 points at 23,702, signaling a negative start to the trading session. India's labour market showed mixed trends in the January to March 2026 quarter as per the latest PLFS data. Urban unemployment for persons aged 15 years and above eased marginally to 6.6% from 6.7% in the previous quarter, indicating slight improvement in city job conditions. In contrast, rural unemployment edged up to 4.3% from 4.0%, reflecting emerging pressures in the countryside. The overall labour force participation rate, LFPR, moderated to 55.5% from 55.8%, with both urban and rural participation seeing small declines. Female LFPR remained broadly stable at 34.7%, though rural female participation dipped marginally, while urban levels stayed largely unchanged. The worker population ratio, WPR, also softened to 52.8%, with a sharper decline in rural areas. Encouragingly, the share of regular wage and salaried employment in rural India increased, while self-employment declined. Sectorally, rural employment continued to shift away from agriculture towards secondary and tertiary sectors, signaling gradual diversification of rural job opportunities. Focus for the day: India CPI, US CPI, Q4 FY26, Dixon Technologies. Key corporate developments/policy actions. Privi Specialty Chemicals reported strong Q4 results with revenue at 7.22 billion rupees, up 17.6% year-on-year, and EBITDA at 1.80 billion rupees, up 35.9% year-on-year, while EBITDA margin expanded to 24.98% from 21.61% in fourth quarter fiscal year 25. PAT rose sharply to 941 million rupees, up 47.1% year-over-year, supported by operating leverage. Canara Bank reported weak Q4 FY26, with operating profit down 18.4% YOY and PAT declined to 45.7 billion rupees, down 10% YOY. NIM2 declined to 2.51% from 2.80% in 4Q FY25. Profitability pressures remained the key negative during the quarter. JSW Energy reported strong Q4 FY26 results with revenue at 44.99 billion rupees, up 41.1% YOY, and EBITDA at 22.50 billion rupees, up 86.8% YOY, while EBITDA margin expanded sharply to 50.01% from 37.77% year-on-year. PAT increased to 5.74 billion rupees, up 38.4% year-on-year, supported by operating leverage and higher other income. PVR INOX posted strong Q4 FY26 performance with revenue at 15.47 billion rupees, up 25.8% year-on-year, and EBITDA at 4.52 billion rupees, up 56.1% year-on-year, alongside margin expansion to 29.2%. The company returned to profitability, reporting PAT of 150 million rupees from continuing operations despite minor exceptional losses. Indian Hotels Company Limited reported Q4 FY26 results with revenue at 27.65 billion rupees, up 14% year-on-year, with EBITDA at 9.73 billion rupees, up 13% year-on-year, and EBITDA margins at 35.17% versus 35.33% in Q4 FY25. PAT at 6.45 billion rupees, up 14.7% year-on-year. Company also announced dividend of 3.25 rupees per share. Fund flow. FII sold shares worth 84.37 billion rupees, while DII bought for 59.39 billion rupees.
Investment in securities markets are subjected to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.